Welcome back to my channel. The young lions have erupted in a shocking and unprecedented act of rebellion, turning their fury on the beast himself in a confrontation no one saw coming. Bron Breakker and Bronson unleashed a ferocious and jaw-dropping assault on Brock Lesnar, leaving fans around the world stunned and questioning the stability of Paul Heyman's Vision faction. Make sure to subscribe immediately, because the faction that once stood as a paragon of power and strategic dominance is now splintering before our very eyes, and Monday Night Raw has become the battlefield where its internal chaos is playing out live. What was once a unified and dominant group, victorious in the wake of Survivor Series, has now been fractured, revealing the cracks and ambitions that were always simmering beneath the surface. This is no ordinary mutiny. This is a seismic shift in the WWE landscape, an eruption that will leave its mark for years to come. The Vision faction, under the meticulous orchestration of Paul Heyman, had long been seen as an unstoppable force, a group capable of overwhelming even the most formidable opponents through cunning strategy, sheer strength, and, when necessary, the deployment of mysterious allies. Their triumph at Survivor Series had cemented their dominance, as they overcame Roman Reigns' team through a combination of calculated teamwork and ruthless opportunism. Every member had played their role to perfection, and the faction seemed untouchable, a well-oiled machine fueled by ambition and collective power. Yet, in a group constructed around hierarchy and supremacy, tension was inevitable. There can be only one alpha, one dominant force that commands respect, and in this alliance, the clash of generational energy and individual aspiration was destined to erupt. Brock Lesnar, the embodiment of legendary dominance and raw, unyielding power, represents the established order of WWE, an apex predator who has long defined what it means to reign at the top. He is the benchmark, the final boss, whose presence demands deference and whose victories are etched into the annals of wrestling history. But Bron Breakker and Bronson are the embodiment of raw, untamed ambition, the embodiment of hunger, speed, and explosive potential. They are the rising generation, the future of the company, and their desire for recognition and supremacy cannot be contained by mere hierarchy or tradition. Heyman's challenge, as the mastermind behind the faction, had always been to balance these competing forces, keeping the young predators satiated with crumbs of glory while the established beast consumed the lion's share. But there comes a point when the young lions no longer wished to remain in the shadows. Survivor Series had proven their prowess, and now they were demanding more than just secondary roles. They wanted to claim their place at the top of the food chain. The tension reached its boiling point on Raw as Brock Lesnar entered the ring, a figure of dominance and intimidation, while Paul Heyman praised him with his signature fervor, his voice exuding confidence and admiration for the beast. But the atmosphere shifted instantaneously when Breakker and Reed appeared at the top of the ramp. Their presence alone was a declaration of defiance, a signal that the old order was under direct challenge. Breakker's voice cut through the tension with electrifying intensity as he reminded everyone of their contributions at Survivor Series, highlighting their power, speed, and the pivotal role they had played in the faction's victories. Lesnar remained stoic, his expression unreadable, as Heyman attempted to defuse the situation with his trademark diplomacy. But the young lions were not to be placated. Their ambition was no longer negotiable. Breakker's words rang with clarity. The future belongs to those willing to claim it, not to those resting on past accomplishments. Before Heyman could deliver another of his silver-tongued speeches, the confrontation escalated as the two young powerhouses charged the ring together, signaling the beginning of an onslaught that would forever alter the hierarchy. What followed was nothing short of catastrophic for Lesnar. Reed and Breakker executed a meticulously coordinated assault, demonstrating not only their physical prowess, but also their strategic synergy. Reed unleashed a devastating tsunami splash in the corner, slamming into Lesnar with unrelenting force, while Breakker followed with a spear that left the beast staggering. The combination of these attacks was a calculated masterpiece, a symphony of destruction designed to dismantle the symbol of dominance he represented. As Lesnar struggled to regain his footing, the duo executed an unrelenting sequence of maneuvers, A power bomb from Bronson Reed immediately followed by a Steiner Bulldog from Bron Breakker. The precision and intensity of their teamwork left Lesnar unable to respond, collapsed under the weight of their assault, and symbolically dethroned as the undisputed alpha of the faction. Standing over the fallen giant, Breakker and Reed were no longer subordinates. They were conquerors, asserting a new order with clarity and force. Breakker then seized Heyman's microphone, a symbolic act that punctuated their rebellion, and declared that the Vision faction had a new perspective, a new philosophy that no longer revered the beast but recognized him as a relic of past glories. This act was more than just a display of physical dominance. It was a philosophical revolution within the WWE, an ideological shift signaling that legacy and historical achievements no longer guarantee authority in the present. The assault was a declaration that power is earned in the moment, through action and ambition, not inherited through past victories. Breakker and Reed's rebellion was as much a statement about generational change as it was a physical takeover, a declaration that the future belongs to those who seize it, not those who rely on what they have already accomplished. This confrontation represents a monumental power shift in WWE. It is not merely the collapse of a faction, it is the birth of a new paradigm, a redefinition of how dominance and authority are perceived in the modern wrestling world. The Vision, once a symbol of coordinated might and strategic supremacy, has been irreversibly altered. The uprising of Breakker and Reed sends a message that the landscape of WWE is dynamic, that strength, ambition, and the willingness to challenge entrenched power structures will determine the future hierarchy. The beast may have once seemed invincible, but this brutal coup proves that no throne is secure and no leader unassailable. The Young Lions have not just attacked Lesnar, they have attacked the concept of unquestioned supremacy, illustrating that the era of unquestioned dominance is over and that the torch has been passed to a new generation. For fans of WWE, this moment is a defining point in the evolution of the company's storytelling and faction dynamics. The implosion of the Vision faction is both a cautionary tale and a thrilling spectacle, revealing the fragility of alliances built on power and ego. It underscores the inherent tension between legacy and ambition, between the established icons and the hungry newcomers determined to make their mark. The rebellion of Breakker and Reed will reverberate across future storylines, influencing matchups, rivalries, and the very fabric of WWE hierarchy. This event is more than just a storyline. It is a testament to the ever-changing nature of wrestling, where the next generation is always poised.